Hey guys, I'm Ryan Mason, driver of the 2026 Dragster on the Mason Race and Racing team. This past weekend, my dad and I were out at Galot Motorsports Park for their final points race of the season. This was our first time out at Galot, and it was definitely memorable. Not really sure if it was memorable for the right reasons, but it was still a good time nevertheless. Throughout this video, I figured I'd show you guys a peek behind the curtain, let you see how much I'm holding, what I'm thinking while I'm going on track, what the weather's doing, everything that goes into making a run in a dragster. I hope you guys enjoy, and please let me know if there's any changes you'd like to see in future videos in the comments below. All right, going into round one, I could tell pretty early on I was going to be running a dragster, so I knew I wanted to hold something because the ETs would be relatively similar. I had just gotten an 82.9 in that time run, and looking at the air here, it had actually gotten a little bit worse, or quite a bit worse actually. It's about 350 more feet of air. It's about 6 degrees hotter, and barometer had gone down. So I went at 82.9. I'm thinking it's going at 83.4, 83.5. But the only aspect that the air had gotten a lot better in was humidity. I grew up running out in California, so humidity is not really a factor for us. This car is still fairly new to us. Come to find out, humidity plays a big factor. Who would have guessed that? So I think it's going at 83.4, 83.5. I dial it at 84, knowing I've only got to kick it once, around the cones ish, and that should be killing more than enough. We're just going to try to tree him, and we'll see how it looks when we get down there. Well, that one was kind of a bummer. As I alluded to before, the humidity burning off affected the car more than we thought. It looks like it was probably going about the same as it did in the time run, even though the air was worse across the board, bar humidity. That was kind of a bummer. I killed exactly what I thought. I killed more than I thought I needed to kill. I probably killed about 7 or 8 thou, thinking I was only holding 5 or 6. Could have made it tighter on the top end. Only tightened it up to about 100th, but it is what it is. I was happy with the light. Race looked good. Doesn't matter too much. Buyback going into second round, and that's where it really starts to matter. Going into second round, the air is pretty much the same. There's another 150 feet of air. It's like 2 or 3 degrees hotter, but barometer's the same, humidity's the same. Now I actually think it's going that mid 83 that I thought it was going first round. So we'll put another 84 on it now that I know exactly how to kill what I need to kill, and we'll try our best this time. Second round went exactly as I wanted it to. Had the guy on the tree, got down there, killed exactly what I needed to kill. Ended up taking quite a bit, but I think he cut me loose at the end, so I'm not mad about it. On to third round. Third round started about 4 o'clock. As we're starting to get into the later hours of the day, the air is kind of plateaued. Doesn't seem to be moving a whole heck of a lot, so we think it's going another mid 83, slap another 84 on it. Same game plan, go down there, do the same thing. As you guys were able to see there, we got the third round win. The other guy went 002 red, so I was able to run it out the back. Interestingly enough, though, I think there was a pretty strong headwind that picked up right at half track. The car 60 footed the same and actually picked up a thou to 330, but then lost a full hundredth and a full mile an hour out the back. At first, I was a little concerned, but then I got out of the car at the top end, and there was probably a pretty stiff 5-6 mile an hour headwind coming right in our face. So not too concerned about it. We'll get ready for the next. Pulling up for fourth round. Well, it's only about 35 minutes after third round. Like I said earlier, the air had plateaued. I've got the information of the wind in my back pocket, but at this point it's kind of died down, so I slap another 84 on it. Think it's going another mid 83. Same game plan as it has been the last few rounds. Was able to get the win fourth round. Again, I treated the guy, drove it out there, killed a little bit. Honestly, I think the wind might have still been picking up because it went the same thing to 60 foot, same thing to 330 again, but then lost a little to out the back. I killed still probably 6-7 thou, but it was probably going low dead on out the back. Still, doesn't matter. Was able to get there first. Got the win on a fifth round. For fifth round. Again, the weather hadn't moved a whole lot, but I'm taking that information I've learned, whether that be the sun on the track making it greasy or wind or whatever, of the car slowing down a little, trying not to dial myself out of it. So I dialed up one to an 85 to make sure I can still run the number and make it tight on the top end. Changing the game plan up a little, but at the end of the day, still just trying to get there first without breaking out. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Was able to stick it dead zero, killing exactly what I needed to kill, but when you're 38, it usually doesn't matter. I don't know what my deal is. The last 3 or 4 times I made it to fourth round or later, every time I'm losing, I'm 30-something. I could be 00 and teen all day, and then when it starts to matter, it's just I slip. So it doesn't matter, though. We're still working, still learning. We still got another day tomorrow. Hopefully that'll go better. So we walk out of the hotel Sunday morning to find a little police card on our windshield. We're thinking, oh no, did we park illegally? Are we in trouble? Whatever. I walk around to the other side of the truck, though, to find our window had been smashed in. They had hit 8-10 trucks in our hotel's parking lot and then apparently hit 3 or 4 other hotels up and down I-95. So as a little PSA to those that are staying at hotels near Galot, maybe stay at ones a little bit further off the freeway. The cops said the guys were looking for guns, so just maybe don't stay close to the freeway like we did. But putting that behind us, we are now going right into first round. We don't get a time trial on Sunday, so go right into first round. The weather is actually quite a bit worse. It's 5-6 degrees hotter, humidity's up 20%, barometer's down, DA's up. It's going to go slower. So I think it's going about 100th, maybe 15 thou slower. We put an 86 on it, so I'm still holding just a few thou. And we're running the same guy I did third round yesterday. We're going to do our best. That was a successful first round. We were both pretty killer on the tree. We left the starting line. I looked over and he wasn't really catching me, so I just kept checking. Got to about 570 feet, womped it once, went out to 640 and then dumped. Uh, Went over the dial, got the win. It's been kind of the same thing all weekend as I've been doing a really great job of making sure I get there first. But on to second round. Feeling good going into second round. Air's pretty much the same. Density altitude's actually up about 150 feet, but other than that, temperature, barometer, humidity, all that's the same. Put another 486 on it. Same plan. The only thing I'm holding, maybe 2-3 thou tops, so only got to kill a little, but we're feeling good. Well, we lost that one. I was 22 on the tree, which isn't great, but it's not terrible. But when he has a 16 thou package, you're mathematically ineligible. There's nothing you can do. I just don't understand how it actually went faster, and I still broke out. I mean, I killed 2.5 mile an hour, and it still broke out a whole hundredth when I thought I was only holding a few thou. I don't understand how that happened. There wasn't any wind that I was aware of, but it's just a bummer. Still learning the car, still learning everything. Not mad about it, but that's racing. We'll be out in a few weeks at the Mooresville 10Ks. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a good one.